Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to today's Arantium Church service. For today's video, I'll be doing part 2 of my gratitude series, where I talk about gratitude. For today's video, I'll be sharing a Bible verse, a Quran verse, and a verse from the Testament of Adam, where I pretty much delve into different verses that talk about gratitude and how it can be expressed in different ways. I will offer some insights, my thoughts, and reflections, and just open up the discussion for our recent topic, gratitude. So without further ado, let's get into our first verse. For me personally, gratitude is a great way to start the new year. To start the new year with just thanks, with just appreciation, gratitude towards the universe, just starting out with that, starts out the year with a good foot. Because when you put gratitude and love and appreciation out into the world, you get it back tenfold. So let's go. Without further ado, let's get into our first verse. So throughout this video, as I talk about these different verses, I will have them up either to the left or the right of me. This time around, I'm not putting it on my laptop screen because I just want to have the, fireplace burning in the background. It is a bit chilly down here, and it is cold, so it gives a little vibe and aesthetic. So without further ado, our first verse comes from the Bible, and it comes from Psalm 107:1 from the NSRV version of the Bible. It reads, "Oh, give thanks to the Lord, for he is good, for his steadfast love endures forever." So oftentimes in life, perhaps maybe you might not have a support system around you. You might not have your friends or family around you. You might feel alone, right? And sometimes in life we do feel alone. We feel isolated. We feel like no one understands us. No one, hears us. No one sees us. But having that solace and that understanding that God's love is always with you, that God is always with you no matter what, okay? That God loves you and endures with you no matter what. His love is the most enduring love ever. More enduring than, you could say, your closest relative or your closest friend, okay? It is an enduring love that will always, always be with you. So just taking solace in that comfort, in that understanding, really, really helps, okay? And it really, really helps in the sense of also just putting love into the world, putting gratitude, putting appreciation out into the world. Because when you know that no matter what, you might fail, things might happen in life, you might make mistakes, God still loves you and is always enduring and always with you. That is the most just, oh my God, just heartwarming thing ever. Because just with that realization, nothing can hurt you, nothing can destroy you. You are good, okay? And also, I guess a second point I'll make on that verse as well is give thanks to the Lord, right? Giving thanks to the Lord does not necessarily mean engaging in a ritualistic form of prayer, right? It doesn't necessarily mean you have to necessarily attend a church or a temple or a mosque or anything. But giving thanks means just being a kind, generous person, someone who's genuine, someone who's authentic, someone who's loving, someone who's caring, someone who's kind, right? That is, simply put, giving thanks to the Lord, right? Just, being nice to your fellow person, right? To your left or to your right. Just being nice, just sharing kindness, just giving a smile, just being nice, being kind, being generous. Just these great qualities is, in the sense of it, giving thanks to the Lord. And it's an act of worship, just by being nice, just by being a good person, or at least attempting to, or always trying to be a better person than you were before. That is giving thanks to the Lord, in my opinion. This leads me to my second verse. This verse is from the Quran. It comes from Surah Al-Baqarah, which is the second chapter, right, verse 152. "So remember me, I will remember you, and be grateful to me, and do not deny me." What does this mean? So remembering God, right? To whoever's watching this, as I always mentioned before in my other church videos, is that this isn't necessarily for people who just believe in God. You might not even believe in God. You might not subscribe to any organized religion, and that is completely, completely fine. As I said before, remembering God or giving thanks to God does not necessarily necessitate engaging in a ritualistic form of prayer, right? It doesn't necessarily mean you have to visit a certain place, engage in certain things, and no. Just by being a kind person, just by trying to be the best version of yourself you can be, and just by expressing gratitude, right? Express gratitude for the little things in life, okay? Yes, you might not be where you want to be in life. Your career might not be where you would like it to be. It might not be taking off. You might be going through it right now. All these things might be happening in life, right? But, do you have food? Do you have shelter? Do you have clothes on your back? Do you have some money in the bank? Like, there are always things to be grateful for, okay? And focusing on on the gratitude aspect of life makes life just that much better. Because focusing on gratitude, there's always something to be grateful for. There's always something. Even if everything is hanging the fan, everything's going wrong, there's always at least one or two things to be grateful for. So focusing on those things can make life that much easier and much more bearable. Okay, I like to as corny as it may sound, have a half full mentality and half full perspective and outlook on life. Right. If you have that mentality and outlook on life, I mean, yeah, I mean, stuff goes wrong. Okay, well, what about the stuff that is going right? What about the stuff that that is going decent for you, right? Like think of, comparison is the devil. However, comparison can work in this case, right? How about, all the people across the world who would do anything to trade places with you right now? Oh, but I just lost my job. You're still living pretty decently, right? Like there's always things. Bottom line, I'm trying to say is focus on the things to be grateful for, right? It doesn't, like I said before, it doesn't necessarily mean like going and having actual prayer. Like, just being grateful, just thinking, oh, I have a roof over my head. Oh, I had dinner today. Oh, this. I mean, there are always things to be grateful for, and just focusing on those things, in my opinion, is an act of worship, and it is just being grateful to God, grateful to the universe, grateful to whatever higher power, or maybe not a higher power, maybe the universe that you might believe in. Just being grateful to be here and existing in this moment in time. That is a blessing. Now, the last verse that I'll be talking about comes from the Testament of Adam. All right, everyone. So the last verse I'd like to share with you comes from the Testament of Adam, a phenomenal work that I recommend anyone watching this to check out. I'll post a link to it. It is available on Amazon, and it is a phenomenal work, as I said before. So without further ado, let's get into this verse. Unlike the foolish traveler, think not that the weight of the staff will hinder you. Mindful awareness and constant gratitude with devotions and supplications will be your ever-present support. Wisdom shall be your staff. So, what do we glean from this? So, when it says, think not that the weight of the staff will hinder you, throughout life, throughout whatever, right? We're gonna have burdens. We're gonna have, things that we have to work around or work through, right? We're gonna have, the weight of the staff, right? Which is pretty much our burden, right? Our crosses we have to bear, our backpacks that we all have that are filled with whatever it may be, whether it's traumas, whether it's BS, whether it's struggles, whether it's life events, whatever it may be. We all have our, baggages that we have to carry through life. So, pretty much saying, like, yes, having a half full mentality, half cup full mentality, right? Pretty much saying that, okay, yeah, sure, I've got my burdens, we all have our burdens. I'm not going to let it hinder me. I'm not going to let it stop me. I'm not going to let it get in my way. I'm not going to let it, hinder me from whatever. No. We all have our burdens. We all have our crosses to bear. We all have our baggage, okay? Don't let it hinder you. If anything, that should empower you. If anything, that you can use that to your advantage, because that provides you with a different perspective. Now that you've experienced this, now that you've been through this, now that you weathered the storm, and by the way, shameless plug, check my Weathering the Storm series that I have on my platforms. Seriously, like, we all have our baggages and stuff that we've had or are going through or are going to go through in life. Don't let that hinder you. Don't let that stop you. Okay, and instead, okay, mindful awareness, and constant gratitude. Mindful awareness, okay? Oh my God, this just happened. Okay, am I gonna die? Am I gonna lose everything? No, it's just a minor inconvenience in life. Mindful awareness. You're mindful and you're like, okay, let me chill. Okay, it's not that serious. And constant gratitude. Gratitude is not necessarily just being like, oh, thank you for this, thank you for that. I mean, yeah, that is a part of it, but just intrinsically just being grateful, just being like, you know what? Yeah, it may not be exactly where I want to be in life. My career might not be going well for me. My wife just left me, whatever. I apologize for that quick break. My laptop is blacked out, and I just realized, so I had to turn it back on. But pretty much what I was trying to get at this Yap sesh is pretty much saying that, yes, things might not be going where you would like them to be going at. However, it's important to always have constant gratitude, right? And how do you express constant gratitude? By being intrinsically thankful for what you do have, recognizing the fact that, things are going to happen. However, ultimately, just be grateful and glad that you're here and you love to fight another day. You love to have a chance to do better the next day. You love a chance to, just keep it moving, keep fighting, right? And and then also expressing gratitude the second way, just by being nice, being kind, being generous, being the best version of yourself you can possibly be, just being nice to everyone, right? To your fellow, man, woman, and they, them, whatever you want to say, right? Just being nice to just being kind, just being a kind, nice person, right? This is just the simplest way that I could put it. So there you have it, everyone. My aim for this video was to make it around, I would say, 15 minutes long. I don't think I'll overstep that by too much. Maybe it'll be a little bit less than that. We'll see after editing. Lastly, my last thing I'd like to say is, if you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much. Is that I declare that 2025 will be our year. To whoever watching this, 2025 is your year, okay? Make it happen. Whatever it is you've always wanted to do, or whatever, new, I guess, career move, or maybe you've always wanted to move to a new place, you've always wanted to start that channel, adventure, whatever it may be, okay? Life is way too short to be concerned about other people's opinions. Life is way too short to be living in, oh my God, what about this? What about that? Living in anxiety, living in self-doubt, living in self-hate. Okay. It is high time that we just say, you know what? Who cares? Who cares? Okay. Who cares? Okay. God has me, as I mentioned before in my first, as I discussed before in our first verse that we talked about in this video, God always has your back. Okay. As long as you do your best, you have good intentions, and you just really are just doing your utmost best, and you're just trying your best, you cannot fail. Okay. The world might see certain things as failure. However, you're not failing. You're just trying your best. So there you have it, everyone. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. As always, I will try and release a church service every single week. I can't really specify which day. I usually try to aim around Sunday. This one will be posted probably on Tuesday. So hopefully you guys enjoy this video and maybe glean some sort of understanding. And as always, everyone, have a blessed day.